Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Kinga and I started to make YouTube videos after my divorce last year to document for myself and my closest friends how I am reinventing myself and my whole life. If you're not a friend but you found this video, well done. You probably needed to hear this. So there's a lot of self-discovery during this journey I'm on. And I keep getting back to the topic of self-love because I can be very hard on myself at times, and I used to struggle with self-acceptance, and I still have self-confidence issues. And they also say that you cannot love others until you truly love yourself. And I get that. I truly get that. But I was wondering what self-love really means, because it has to be more than just, pampering ourselves, buying the dress, which we probably don't need, but it will keep us happy for a day, or going to the hairdresser, or, like whatever. And I asked some of my friends about how they define self-love. What is it rooted in? How does it show or manifest in their daily lives? Because I've got some real dope, real woke friends whose insight I really trust. And I wanted to share this with you and also add my own view on self-love and how I am practicing and learning to basically practice it every day, because I believe I found and developed some really cool techniques for myself that have already brought some positive changes to my life. And maybe it could inspire you as well. So the majority of my buddies agreed that self-love comes from accepting who I am as a person, including my personality, my looks, being comfortable with who I am, what I look like, and basically having that self-confidence. And self-love would manifest or show up in demanding respect from other people, and also not letting them dictate how I should feel or look. And a lot of my friends said that looking after yourself, mentally, physically, taking care of your health and all that, your peace of mind and your happiness is key in practicing self-love. And the tools for that would be obviously physical activities, exercising, meditation, practicing the feeling of gratitude for where you are, acknowledging the road you have traveled and maybe the people you have also traveled with. So I think self-love has this broad meaning to my friends. And it's definitely way beyond pampering yourself. And I was happy, really happy to hear that. They all agreed that part of self-love is putting your needs first and not letting anybody take advantage of you. You have to learn to say no to things that do not serve you, or you do not want to participate in, or you just don't have the time for it. You have to invest time in yourself, in your growth and happiness, and be able to spend time perfectly happy and content on your own as well. And also, you have to allow yourself regular treats too, whatever that may be for you, that makes your heart sing, or whatever makes your soul do the happy dance. It could be like getting a massage, going on a trip alone or with friends, pursuing a hobby, taking a day off to do whatever you want, or just buying a box of chocolate and eating it alone without feeling guilty. And I like that my friends pointed out that part of loving ourselves does mean or require a level of selfishness, like putting ourselves first, investing in ourselves, our mental, spiritual, physical health. And I have always believed in selfishness. Even as a kid, I was like, if I don't stand up for myself, no one will. If I don't put myself first, no one will. I should be my number one priority. And I know it gives a negative vibe to some people when you tell them to be selfish, but that's because we may define the word selfish differently. It doesn't mean hurting others. All it means is just prioritizing your needs and well-being, because, your cup needs to be full in order to be able to pour into other people's cup too. However, I take the definition of self-love even further than just, being selfish and putting ourselves first. I think self-love should also mean that you get to decide, or you get to create the life you truly desire for yourself. That would be the final big picture manifestation of self-love in my definition. And I know it all sounds wonderful and wise, but these are all the expressions and the manifestations of self-love. These are the actions of people who already love themselves. But what is the core of it? Because just saying out loud or agreeing with me that, yeah, you should put yourself first, it's just not going to make you love yourself, right? So where does self-love really come from? How can we truly feel love for ourselves? Or even better, how can we like fall in love with ourselves. Again, I'm not talking about narcissist or becoming a narcissist where you have an inflated sense of your own importance and a lack of empathy for others. I'm talking about that deep, pure, unconditional, unbreakable, uncritical, healthy level of love and respect for yourself, no matter where you are at right now. I think most of us find it hard to get there, because we probably do not feel worthy. And that should be the first step, to feel worthy of love, to accept ourselves the way we are. And not just accept, but kind of like look at ourselves the way your mother looks at her child, even if the child shits herself or spills the milk or says or does something stupid. Now that kind of love is the love we need to feel for ourselves. How do you achieve that? How do you achieve that state? I figure that I can temporarily feel good about myself if I do things I enjoy, things that make me feel or look better. I could write a list of all my achievements, accomplishments that make me proud, or I could list all my positive attributes or personal traits that I value. But again, that would serve as a solution to a temporary failing state, and it would mean that my love is conditional. It all depends on all these factors. And that's not a motherly love, I need something more consistent, something more lasting, and definitely unconditional. So how can I look at myself like a mother looks at her child? How can I feel truly worthy of being loved and be put first? I think to experience that kind of love, to look at ourselves with true love, we need to step back. In fact, we need to look beyond our physical existence and understand that we are vibrational beings, spiritual beings, of which a small part is having a human experience right here, right now. We are not either or, we are both at the same time. And while we exist in this body, basically, on this physical plane, we can still have access to our higher self, our source energy being. And if we manage to completely align ourselves like vibrationally with that part of us, I keep pointing above because that's how I imagine it being placed. So if we could get aligned vibrationally with that part of us, meaning we would be feeling how our source energy is feeling, then we would definitely believe that we are worthy and we would feel nothing but love for ourselves. How do I know that? I have listened to a lot of spiritual teachers who all agree that our higher self has this unconditional love for ourselves. In fact, it has nothing but love. And love is the most natural feeling. Some claim it's the only feeling. And the existence or the lack of it is the base of every other feeling. So the opposite of love is not hate, it's a lack of love, which can show up as hate or fear. And our feelings serve as our guidance system to knowing how aligned or in harmony we are with our vibrational part of us. Because if we are in alignment, we feel the same way our inner being or our higher being, higher self, source energy, whatever you want to call it, is feeling, to love and be loved. But if we have negative emotions, it means that we kind of slipped off. We got vibrationally disconnected, meaning we are not looking at us or the situation with love, meaning we are wrong. And that is why it feels off. So looking at ourselves through the eyes of Source, or to my religious friends, through the eyes of God, because I think it's the same, it would allow us to experience that unconditional love towards ourselves, no matter where we are in life, no matter what we have achieved or what we haven't achieved, what mistakes we have made, no matter what others think of us. And how do we get into that state? By meditating. Quieting our mind, withdrawing from the noise around us and establishing or rather feeling into that already existing connection we have to our higher self, the God part of us. That connection is there constantly, just like a navel cord throughout pregnancy, but we tend to forget about it because we are distracted by all the lights and noise around us. But meditation is the number one tool, that can help us slow down, feel ourselves more, and recognize that cord which has always been there. And through that, can our self-love be constantly flowing and nourished. That part of us, I believe, sees us like a mother sees her child. flawless, beautiful, lovable, and perfect the way he or she is. So what I started doing during meditation is I imagine this cord, this connection to above, to my higher self, and I tune into it. I try to see myself from above, like imagining that I am that vibrational part of me looking down on this physical part of me, and I shower it with unconditional love, with positive thoughts. And then I bring down my attention back to this physical part of me, and I imagine that I feel my heart area, my heart chakra getting filled up with that energy, with that love coming from above. And I also say it out loud that I am feeling loved, blessed, and taken care of. I imagine breathing in love and, feeling again this heart area, chest area, whatever, getting filled up with this light. And when I breathe out, I visualize radiating this love outside around me. So it kind of, it becomes this surrounding, protecting, safe bubble for me. This is just, my way of seeing it with my mind's eyes. Obviously, you can create your own inner movie about it. The key is to get into that feeling state of being loved, like trying to visualize either this connection or something that is going to make you feel being loved, no matter how you can achieve it. Just come up with a trick, come up with your own inner movie, come up with some visuals that would make me feel this connection, and where you could actually look at yourselves from outside and seeing yourself as something truly lovable and worthy of love. And I highly recommend that you do this daily. In fact, try to do it more than once a day. I try to get it done every morning and evening. And when I'm being consistent, I swear I'm feeling much better about myself. I smile more, I love my life more, I feel more content, confident, happy. And when you're feeling like that, you're going to raise your vibration, your frequency, and that is where the magic happens, You will start attracting more things, more good things to your life that makes you loved. Like even people who truly care about you, opportunities that serve you, smiles from random people, situations turning out well. Just try it, tap into that potential, and you will want to spend as much time in that state as possible, I promise. If you like this video, my rant on self-love, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, click the bell sign, and love yourself. Hope to keep in touch. Take care. Bye. If you want a more intimate content and daily communication, please go and join my Facebook group called Kinga, Kremer and Friends.